Hey guys, this week's video is an ocean themed tray, and I am making this tray using a Dollar General tray. It was about $7 or $8, so fairly affordable. And then I'm also using a stencil set that I purchased from Amazon. As far as the paints are concerned, I used a combination. I used some apple barrel paints, I used Sargent Art, and I used folk art. All of those are very affordable paints. And then I also used what I had left of the paints from the Walmart scrape painting kit. And as I was actually doing this, as you can probably also see in the video, the Walmart paints, which are on the mermaid's tail and on the coral, they're very thin. And I remembered that as I was doing the stencil. So later on, it's not recorded, but after everything, I went back with a Sargent Art and a folk art paint to add some more opacity to the coral and the mermaid's tail, because those paints just were not cutting it. You'll also see later on that when I was doing, I think, a few of the smaller fish and the air bubbles around the mermaid on the left, that I used those Walmart paints too. And when I actually lifted the stencil, the paint peeled off with it. So I had to go back and fix that as well with some apple barrel, Sargent Art, folk art paints that I had at my disposal. So yeah, hopefully I will remember for the future that I do not want to use that Walmart kit. I also wanted to let you guys know that as far as this tray itself, I didn't want to paint the entire tray. I just wanted to do the bottom. So I used tape around the edges so that any of the paint, if it was to go up the walls, it would land on that tape. And then when I peel the tape back, the whole tray is still unpainted. And that way I could just varnish the rest of the tray and have just the bottom have that painted scene on it. Here I'm using a gilding adhesive because I'm using a gold leaf later on to use for one of the mermaid's hair, one of the jellyfish, one of the regular fish, and the seahorse. So here's where you'll see the struggle. I don't know if you guys could tell right there, but that's where one of the fish and a lot of the bubbles actually just peeled right on up. So disappointing, but I was able to fix it in the end thanks to some of my other paints coming through for me. And then as far as the tray itself, the rest of the tray, what I did was use a folk art aging wax and just some regular varnish, and that's what I treated the inside edges and the outside with, so that, you know, the wood itself is protected and is water resistant. And then after I got the gold leaf removed and got the fish and the bubbles fixed and repainted, I went ahead and used a thin layer of resin to get the bottom of the tray filled. And I think I used about 200 milliliters of resin for the bottom of that tray, and I'll leave down below the dimensions of the tray because I'm not 100% sure what it is right now, but I got you guys. But yeah, the resin is just something I had around, so really the only thing that I bought to get this project done was that Dollar General tray and the stencils, because I wanted this to be a gift for a friend, and I knew that I wanted mermaids, so I actually had to go and purchase some stencils. But here's the finished result with the extra paint added, that aging wax on the wood, and with the resin all in the bottom. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you liked it and want to see more, don't forget to subscribe, like the video if you like the video, and I hope you have a wonderful day wherever you are. Bye.